Hello. So I thought I would do a little currently inked. I don't tend to do them every month because I don't do a ton of writing. I just sort of do journaling and letters and some timekeeping. So I often have the same ink in my pens for a while, although I don't normally ink them fully. But I thought I'd just catch you guys up because I think I've been using some different ones lately. So let's take a look. So let's put one of my little currently inked stickers down. I've been diligently working on opening my little sticker shop. So these are just a currently inked label on a clear mat, and it's just nice to have a title to work with. So I thought these would be fun. So I'll put a link in my description for my new shop, and I'm going to start a new channel. I think my little shop is called Foxglove and Fennel, so I will probably start posting some videos over there on how to create like stickers and things, and some probably more informational videos rather than sort of like vlogs and things. If you want to keep in the loop, I'll put my links down in the description so you can follow along. That'll be really fun. Alright, so the first pen we have inked is my beautiful Estie in Tortoise. And this has Diamine golden brown in it. Let me just change my angle here. And this has a journal nib. And this one is, let's print this one. So this is Diamine golden brown. And this is a beautiful ink. I've really been enjoying using it. It's quite similar to Robert Oster African Gold, which is one of my favorites. It definitely is a little different. It doesn't have the sort of green undertone that the Robert Oster one has. So this is definitely a little bit warmer. It's really, really lovely. I've been enjoying journaling with it, and this journaler's nib is really lovely. And the next one is my beautiful narwhal in the Voyage Tromso. And I'm not sure if I actually unboxed this on my channel. I think I filmed it, but I didn't actually make a video about it, because if you're a YouTuber, sometimes editing just gets away from you and then kind of the time has passed. And so I don't think I bothered putting it up. But this is a limited edition, and I got number 365, which is kind of cool because it's that many days in a year. So I thought that was really fun. But this is a beautiful pen. I ended up not being able to get it in the fine nib that I wanted. I ended up getting a broad, but I also ordered some nibs separately from the website, because you can order their nibs separately, which is awesome. So I ended up ordering a fine and a medium, and I have not used up all this ink yet, so I haven't been able to switch them out, but I'm excited to try those out as well. And this is in a broad. It's super juicy, super wet. And this ink is Robert Oster Muddy Swamp. And this might seem like the name of it kind of sounds a little depressing for this type of pen, but when you kind of look at these colors blended together, there's sort of this really bright sort of teal in here, but when it mixes with the black, it kind of makes this sort of more subdued green. So I thought this was a really good match. I think I'll ink it with something different next time, maybe a little bit more into this purple just for fun, but I think it actually matches really well, and I have really been enjoying writing with this. The broad nib is ridiculously smooth, like really, really buttery smooth. So I'm interested to try the other nibs. And the nice thing about the separate nibs from their site is that they're in rose gold as well. So yeah, super easy to switch them out. Okay, so my next one is this Heinz Company Magic Mermaid. I actually don't think I showed this one on my channel either, so I'll pop in some footage of maybe me unboxing that. I'm sure I filmed it, but I just don't think I made a video about it. But this one has a gorgeous purple nib on it. I've heard some people say that the coated nibs are kind of not great to work with, but this one's pretty good. I got it in a fine, and it just has these beautiful details in it. When I first got it, I was a bit kind of disappointed because the body of the pen didn't have any of this purple in it, but I have really grown to love it, and the cap just has all this variation in it. It's just a really beautiful pen, and when you have the cap off, it has some subtleness in the section here that kind of is purple, so it just is a really, really beautiful pen. So let's write this one. So in this one, I paired it up with Pennsylvania Fieldstone, which is not actually a super matchy one to this, but it is such a beautiful ink and I wanted to put it in something, so it went in this guy. This is the Magic Mermaid, and this is in a fine. And this is Birmingham. Lots of Pencos in this one. This is Pennsylvania. And this is a really gorgeous ink. It actually looks kind of different on different paper. And when you first write with it, it is really kind of pink, but then it dries down to have all these little bits of brown in it and just really interesting color. Again, not a super matchy match to this, but still a beautiful pairing, I think. And then the next one is my beautiful Gold Coast BENU. So this is a collaboration with Atlas Stationers. And this one has one of my favorite inks at the moment, actually, which is Anderillium Flying Squid Blue. So this one is the BENU Euphoria. And this is a super wet writer. This is a fine in Gold Coast. And it's in a fine. And this is Anderillium Flying Squid Blue. And this ink is absolutely beautiful. It has a really dark red sheen to it and just gorgeous shading that have this really beautiful teal sort of highlight there. So it's really, really nice. And it's really grown on me. I didn't think I liked blue inks just because, you know, of school and everything. You always use blue. But I love this combination. The ink is like super wet and so is this pen. So it looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, next up we have my TWSBI Diamond 580 in Smoke and Rose Gold. And this one has Jayaban Shogun in it. Does anybody want to put like the I, like TWSBI? I always want to put an extra I in there and I have to hold back to put it at the end. But I am always tempted to. Diamond 580 in Smoke Rose Gold. And this is a medium, sorry, not a fine. And this is Jayaban Shogun. And this is a sort of dusty black with pink gold shimmer in it. And it's amazing. I love it. And then the next one is another TWSBI. This is my TWSBI Eco in white. Let me move this up. And this is in a fine nib. Considerably less wet than the Diamond 580 in the medium. So this is a TWSBI Eco in white, the fine nib. And this one has Salem Manyo Shirakashi. And this ink is always so fascinating. It goes down sort of this foresty green color and then it dries to this army mustardy green color. It's just always crazy when you're writing. It just changes before your eyes. How do you spell Shirakashi? Shirakashi, I think. And I actually bought a bottle of this ink because I love it. Oh, why did I do another circle? Well, you get an extra circle, everybody. There you go. And this is a little bit dry in this pen, but it still writes really smoothly, so really nice. And you can see it changing before our eyes here. It's a much more darker green, and then it kind of lightens up into this army green. Okay, and then we have one more, which is another Anderillium ink, and this one is in my Kaweco Skyline Sport in Smooth Sage. Oh, and I think the oils from my hands have actually made this not write so well, because it normally writes really well, but I forgot to put something down to help out with that. And this is actually a fine nib, so this one is in smooth sage fine, and the ink is Anderillium, Tulip Moth, Warm. And this one is actually quite an interesting ink. I've mainly been using it in my Kimbo journal, and it looks very similar to this, what's on this Kikuyu paper, but I also was writing with it in one of my Hobonichis, and it is a completely different color. It actually brings up a lot of green, whereas this is this beautiful sort of beigeish, pinkish brown. And in the Hobonichi paper on the Tomoe River, it's just has a lot more green undertone in it. So really interesting when you're sort of buying inks. You think it might be one color, but it's another depending on the paper that you use. And I much prefer this color than what's in the on the Tomoe River paper. But I mean, I like them both, but this is a really gorgeous ink. All right, so let's look at these in a little more detail. All right, so first off, we have our beautiful Estie in Tortoise with the journaler's nib with the Diamine Golden Brown, and there's some gorgeous shading in there. It's really beautiful. And then we have the Muddy Swamp in this juicy Tromso. Then we have our Heinz Pen Co. Magic Mermaid with the Birmingham Pen Co. Pennsylvania Fieldstone. And then we have our BENU Euphoria with the Anderillium Flying Squid Blue, which has a bunch of sheen. It's a little hard to see on here. It's kind of just looking very shaded, but there is a little bit of sort of really dark, rich red sheen on that. And just the shading on this is just phenomenal. With that really light blue there, or tealish color, it's just so yummy. I love it. Then we have our TWSBI Diamond with the Jacobon Shogun on there. Not sure if you can see the rose gold glimmering, but it is absolutely delightful with all of that shimmer on it. It makes it kind of look like a sort of a brown ink with the shimmer and the black, but really love that ink. And it's super wet in this medium TWSBI. Then we have our TWSBI Eco White with the Salemagno Shirakashi in it, which is this lovely army green color, and our Kaweco Sport in Smooth Sage with the Anderillium Top Moth Warm. Yeah, so absolutely lovely lineup. I have been enjoying using all of them. Yeah, these are the only pens I've actually been using. I store them all in this little rickshaw, and I have a case in here for that, and then I have a little sunglasses case that I put my Kaweco in, because otherwise it kind of gets lost in there. So I just pop it in that and then put it in one of the sides, and I can grab it out easily. And sometimes I'll carry another couple of Kawecos. I can actually fit 3 in here. Let's see, got a couple more here. So I can fit 3 in here nice and comfortably. It lies flat. And this is just a little sunglasses case that I picked up at, I think, Daiso. So they're really useful, really low profile, and just easier to retrieve your shorter pens from another pouch. Adds a little bit more protection. So love, love, love this rickshaw. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're looking for a pen case that's portable, that keeps them safe, this is a great little case. Yeah, so I think that's it, guys. Again, I have my little sticker shop opening. I have a bunch of different little stickers. I have some little currently inked and weather. I have these cool journaling ones that I made that are like good day, and I also have a set of bad day ones which are useful. I always want to just write something, you know, it's a crappy day, so I'm just gonna say that in my journal, and it's easy just to stick a sticker there. Got some emojis and a bunch of other little stickers. So I'm hoping by the time that I post this video, my store will be live, and I'll put a link in the description, and I will probably start posting content over there about this stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, journaling and planning stickers, then go check that out. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.